Hi, welcome to the Carver's Room. Here I'm just going to run through some techniques, some basic techniques on how to use a knife and an axe safely and efficiently, and how to make some awesome things for your house, your kitchen, your garden, or wherever. Let's get going. The first thing I'm going to talk about is how to use an axe to process some fresh green wood. Now what I mean by green wood, I mean wet on the inside. It's just been freshly cut, it's got the natural moisture within it, and it's a lot easier to carve. So the only thing though with wet green wood is it dries out, and as it dries out it moves around, it warps, it cracks, it does all sorts of weird stuff. So what I'm going to do is show you how to reduce it down in size with an axe, which makes it more workable, and it also relieves a lot of these pressures going on the inside to remove the likelihood of it cracking as it dries out. First thing we need to look at is the troublemaker. In green wood, every bit of wood has a tiny little troublemaker inside it, and that's called the pith. Okay, the pith, usually around about the middle of the log. I'll draw it on here. It's a tiny little thing. Yeah, there you go. And if you can see that little dot that I've just put there, the pith, because it's softer, it will dry out before everything else all around it, and it causes this weakness in the bond of the fibers, and as that dries, that's when you get these kind of star-shaped cracks coming out. So we actually need to get at that pith and remove it with the axe. So the very first thing we're going to do is actually use that axe to split this piece of wood right down the middle, straight through that piece of pith. So we need to look at our log first of all, and we want to work out where we're going to put that line. I've got a big knot on this side here, so I'm going to put my line down here, and then this bit I can throw away, use for another project if I want a knot in it. So this side here is a bit cleaner, and this is the side I'm going to use to make my project, which in this case is a butter spreader, a Swedish butter spreader. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a line through it. You don't have to do that, you can just put the axe straight on top of that, but I'm just drawing the line through it so you get an idea of where that's going to be. So there's my line, going straight through there. I'm going to use the axe to split straight down that line, just like that. Okay, so here I've just got the log on a chopping block, which is just a log that I've got it here. You don't need anything fancy, the log will do it just fine. So I'm going to use an axe just here, and also one of these gnarly old caveman club kind of things, which is an awesome little first project if you're heading into the wonderful world of green woodworking. You just need a gnarly old knotty log, carve out a handle at the end, and then it's good enough for whacking until it falls apart. Then you make another one. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm putting the axe along that line that I drew. Yep. And really importantly, safety-wise, a couple of things are going on here. I'm making sure I'm holding the axe with my non-dominant hand right at the end of the handle. If I hold it up here, I could risk just completely flattening my hand as I whack it with a club, and that would be the end of my green woodworking career before it even started. So what you want to do is you want to hold it back here, nicely out of the way, and you want to hold it where if you give this a good thump and this axe comes flying out, you want it to come down past your leg. You don't want to be standing in front of it. You can imagine what can happen there. So stand aside to a little bit, hold it with your non-dominant hand right down at the end, pick up the club, and just give it a firm tap. You don't want to just whack it straight away if you're feeling a little bit unsure. Just give it a good, just like that, okay? And you can see already it's gone in. Alright? So all I need to do is give it one more whack and the whole thing will fall apart, okay?